Hey guys, what's going on? It's TMJ in the USA, episode 11.
Coming to you from Mark Lowbliner's house and Katie Lowbliner's house.
I'm going to go ahead and call it Mark Lowbliner's Palace. I'm going to go ahead and call it Palace de Lowbliner.
Now I just want you to rewind and see how I'm missing from the title screen again.
Neve is missing from the title.
I'm a bit worried that I'm being killed off in one of the future episodes. I told Joe that I was going to meet my untimely death in America.
And it looks like you may have done it.
It looks like Joe
You've
might
been
be
removed from the
off.
title screen somehow.
New York has me now, they say.
Anyway, so Mark Lowbliner's new crib
I look a bit tired there.
in Elgin,
I look like
in
you,
Chicago.
Joe, I look like you. I look
Steve,
like death.
Shut the f up!
So
Do the episode!
So here we are eating our breakfast. We got our Ezekiel bread and our egg whites.
Mark Lowbliner was kind enough to cook us our first home-cooked meal in almost 3 weeks.
And Mark put sauce on everything, so I decided to put sauce on everything too.
Yeah, you're a big... Apparently, according to Mark, barbecue sauce, because of Ronnie Coleman and Ronnie Coleman's DVDs, is now officially a bro food. So you can put it on your bro foods and eat clean.
It has negative calories.
It's it. It actually just like celery. Chews up calories.
Don't use Mark's line.
I can use whoever the f***'s lines I want, man. I signed the paperwork. I'm officially licensed. So you see the Hodgman's video.
So here we are driving.
We're driving through Elgin, man. It's pretty cool because in the 3 weeks we've been in the USA, we've got to see, we've gone east coast to west coast, north to south, and seen all different types of landscape pretty much. So Chicago was real nice, kind of foresty and green, and it was raining this day.
And because Mark's got a large family, we'll introduce him a bit later on.
You'll see them in this video.
But because Mark's got a large family, it was good to see how your average American family goes about their day-to-day life, really.
That's it. And this is an epic episode of peace right here. We get to show you, we show the viewers at home some pretty cool stuff that you wouldn't usually get to see in a TMJ in the USA.
Here we are out at Thomas's soccer game.
Mark's oldest son, Thomas, who's 5?
Yeah.
I think he's 5.
Yeah.
Anyway, just started playing soccer.
Football. Yeah, they call it soccer.
They call it soccer out here.
Here we are in this game. Neve's just trying to run through a few plays for him. Neve's telling Mark the fine arts of...
Neve dropping soccer knowledge bombs all over the place.
I'm just telling Mark some finer points of the game.
That's it. And this is just some good footage of the scenery in Elgin in Chicago.
Oh, little plug there for Isatori.
Isatori getting a free shout out. Should probably start selling their products.
Well, we will be.
You get Sparry, we should probably start selling their products too.
We do as well.
Yeah, but not that many of them.
There's Mark. Look at him. I don't know what face that was.
Was that an attempt at an angry face?
I think it was.
That was shocking, Mark. Come on, so lift your game.
Here we are drinking MTS Whey.
Yeah, of course.
It's on the water now, so soon you're about to buy it from MassiveJoes.com in a variety of flavours, being chocolate and vanilla.
Yes, and soon cookies and cream, although I don't really know how far away that is.
No.
But
anyway,
chocolate and vanilla are on their way.
Chocolate is delicious.
And then after Thomas's game, which we don't know if he won or lost because they don't keep score at his age.
They play against each other. But Thomas claimed a goal. I give Thomas a goal.
He did. He claimed it, and we're going to give it to him.
And he was the player who ran around and just took everyone else out.
Who is this dude? Who was that dude? Who is this guy?
That's one of Mark's doctor mates.
He just decided to bust up in
He
our
didn't decide
video.
to bust up in it. You decided to bust up our
That's Mark's
conversation,
brother. That's Mark's older brother, Aaron. He's a natural pro bodybuilder. So Mark and Aaron refer to themselves as the pro bliners because they're both pro bodybuilders.
Yep. And their last name's Lowbliner.
And then, thanks for pointing out the obvious to the viewers at home there, Neve. So we busted on into the gym and we trained some chest. Now, we actually don't have an In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes episode for this workout because the corporate people, for lack of a better term, at this particular gym, who we're not going to mention, we're not going to shout them out because they didn't let us film. So f*** them.
Stop swearing.
Would not let us film. So this is all you're going to get. This shot on the iPhone footage of In the Gym with the pro bliners.
There was Mark busting out 140 for reps. What's 140? 315?
I don't know, man.
Who knows?
I don't get the
140
conversions.
kilograms for reps. Now we're doing some decline hammer strength.
Mark is one strong dude. Mark and Aaron both have a very similar physique. Massive chest, massive back, strong as hell.
So we did the, and then we went into just like this was an incline press, wasn't it?
It was an incline press, a decline to incline press superset. Now, that right there, I don't care who you are, where you come from, that is a chest of peace.
That is.
And you know why it's a chest of peace? Because the separation in that chest, on Lowbliner's chest, is like, the separation would stop a war between North and South Korea.
You've used that joke too many times.
That's why it's called a chest
Would you
of
find
peace.
some new material?
Well, for the viewers at home...
Go follow some different YouTube channels and steal their material.
Is that... No, it cannot be. I don't believe it. Is that you, Neve? Doing the same weights as Mark? Oh no, hold on. I thought you were about to, but you stripped it down.
I had to strip it down.
Stripped it down. That was heavy, man. To go from a 140 kilo decline hammer strength press to a 80 kilo incline hammer strength press.
It wasn't happening.
You gotta be...
And this was after doing decline bench as well.
Yeah, and you went heavy on that too, didn't you?
About 120.
Just a tip for the viewers at home, if you ever get the opportunity to go to Chicago and stay with Mark Lobliner, which, let's be honest, probably never going to happen, but let's say that it did, and Mark invites you to a workout, don't train chest with him.
He's very strong.
Don't train back with him, because he will make you feel like a pathetic little girl.
Do not train anything with him, just watch him.
Just don't train with him. Just go and film him training.
Just go watch him.
I was feeling pretty good about myself until we trained together. I'd gotten over the whole training with Ulysses and Max thing, which made me feel pathetic. Spent a couple of weeks training, got my confidence back up, got the ego back up, came and trained with the pro liners.
You were crushed.
Crushed.
Absolutely
Once
crushed.
again. Just ridiculous chests on these guys, man. And really, not, obviously, the viewers at home would know that Mark is a good friend of mine and is a top bloke. Aaron, also Mark's older brother, also happens to be a top bloke as well.
On this night, we actually went round and had steak.
I think the viewers at home see that in episode 12.
Oh,
I think so.
Let the cat out of the bag. Does Neve survive in that episode?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what the hell happens, man, when we send this footage to Adil and he sends it back.
I think he's going to be killed off.
Sometimes Neve's in the intro, sometimes Neve's not in the intro.
So they've both just got striations through the chest.
It's ridiculous. And Mark Lobliner is the only guy that actually makes me feel a little bit better about my paley white skin. He's almost as white as me.
Mark is not white.
It's those Polish genetics.
Mark is not white.
I'm so white in this video. The white giraffe is so white in this video. I think my skin is almost transparent. I think you can actually see through my skin to my vital organs.
Well, that's what Mark said to you, so you've just stolen Mark's joke again. Mark said he wasn't sure if you were vascular or he could just see through your skin. You were that one.
See through the skin. See the entire vascular network going on underneath that transparent
I hate
skin.
these faces you do, man.
Well, I've got a term, and I'm fully licensed to use this term now. Because we saw the Hodge twins, you've seen the video, and we signed the paperwork. And they said that we can officially use the term busting all kinds of nuts.
Yeah, but you're looking like you're busting nuts here, Joe.
So I'm going to call it now. I'm going to call it right now. I'm going to say that's my busting all kinds of nuts face right there. And I can officially use it. And the trolls can't say you copied the Hodge twins because they licensed us to use it.
The bust a nut in your face.
That's disgusting. Come on, mate. You just took oh God. I can't even proceed. I'm gonna have to pause this, come back and reshoot.
Yeah, Dill, maybe beat that bit
completely put me off.
So now he's posing. God, look at him.
Just trying to push the blood into there.
Hitting some striations.
Trying to push the blood into there. Nah, definitely not changing the colour of the skin.
You know what, if you tense hard enough, your skin might get a little bit red.
That's it. Might push some blood in there and actually turn it a different colour from white.
So Joe surprised me with some HIIT post-workout. I was not dressed accordingly.
No. And you hate doing high intensity interval training.
Look at me sweating. Look, I've got my Jordans on.
Bit of post-workout
Come
here.
on.
Look at the sweat on the kid. And is that
Mark?
No. Is that Mark Lobliner running on the treadmill?
Wait till he gets the speed. There he goes.
Is that a rhinoceros getting his speed up?
I had to fit the bird to stop filming me because
this is pretty cool.
Oh, there he goes.
And he's off. For those of you who think pro bodybuilders can't run, there's a perfect example that you are correct.
That's a 250-pound NABBA pro bodybuilder doing sprints on a treadmill.
How many kilos is that? 110? I think it weighs about 110. He's heavy, man. And I think the treadmill was begging for dear life at every step.
I was absolutely dripping in sweat. I hate HIIT.
I love HIIT, man.
I would rather do an hour and a half of slow steady state cardio than do 15 minutes of HIIT.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's good to mix it up, though. And then we went for some post-workout meal of games.
So this is a burger joint.
I can't even remember what it was called, but if you're in Chicago, go check them out.
So they do healthy burgers. They do healthy burgers.
Tom and Eddie's? Someone and someone's. I think it's Tom and Eddie's. I don't know. Google healthy burgers.
I ate mine in about 3 seconds. I was that hungry.
Yeah, you completely destroyed it. I busted out the camera to film our post-workout meal. By the time I busted it out, swiped it across and selected camera, you'd finished your meal.
Yeah, I remember because I thought it was called Ben and Jerry's.
No, it wasn't Ben and Jerry's.
No,
that's the ice cream place.
I thought it was, but it was like Tom and Eddie's.
I think it's Tom and Eddie's.
I think wasn't it the two guys that used to own McDonald's or something?
That's how the story goes. I'm going to call them out on that. I don't think that's a true story. And then we busted on in to this here Costco, man. This place is epic. I put a photo of this up on Instagram. People in Australia lost their friggin' minds, man.
Well, we've got them in Australia.
Well, apparently they're coming.
No, we've got them already.
Oh, they're already in Australia?
There's already 3 there, and there's one coming to South Australia on Churchill Road.
Well, anyway, for those of you who are unaware, and this is a pretty good plug for Costco anyway, this is Costco in Elgin in Chicago. Now, Costco is kind of like a warehouse for groceries.
It is.
But they sell all kinds of other stuff as well, like Christmas stuff, they sell electronics, they do like tires, they do all kinds of stuff, man.
All your cameras and your TVs.
It's just crazy. It's just a warehouse. And the thing with Costco is you buy everything in bulk. So you don't go there and buy like 1 packet of stuff. You go there and buy like a case of 12 packets of stuff.
But it works out just heaps cheap.
Yeah, and it's heaps cheap, man. And I was just walking through here. I was looking at some of the prices of stuff and I was going, man, I'm moving to the US. Because in Australia, we pay 3 times more than we need to pay for anything.
They've got free samples on every item.
And we were here on Saturday, which at Costco is free sample day. Where you get to try before you buy.
Sadly, you and I were dieting.
So we were dieting, so we get to try shit.
But we sniffed it a lot.
We did a lot of smelling, smell sampling.
So look,
would you like to try some of this, sir? No, I'll just have a smell, thanks. Now this was disappointing. You know, Neve, you're gonna pull me up on this. This is not gonna make it through the Neve filter, but I'm gonna say, if you're a supplement company and you find your supplements in a bulk goods store like Costco, that's pretty much the end of your brand right there.
Well, we had Optimum Nutrition, and that's our #1 selling brand. So.
Well, I was disappointed to see Cellucor right there with their C4 and Optimum. Luckily, it was Performance Whey, which nobody buys anyway.
No, but this is Performance Whey Isolate.
Which no one's ever heard of.
I didn't even know how.
But Optimum, we're good friends with the guys at ON. I want to please respond from Optimum as to what the hell their products are doing in Costco.
So what? I don't.
Come on now.
Because the Performance Whey.
Cyto Sport, fair enough. We wouldn't expect anything less from them. But Optimum?
The Performance Whey we sell at MassiveJoes.com is a WPC, is a whey protein concentrate.
It's the original Performance Whey.
So,
this Performance Whey Isolate.
So here, I'm trying to show you, Joe. So you could get 2 tubs of 30 serves. No, yeah, 2 tubs of 30 serves, which is 60 serves in total.
60 serves.
For $40.
It was ridiculous.
It was cheap.
It was disgusting. And Neve was not happy with it.
I wasn't.
But, you know, I guess that's the way of these brands. When a supplement company gets to the point where they go, you know what, we don't care about our brand anymore. We just want to sell as much shit as possible to whoever the hell's going to buy it. They go and sign a contract with Costco. That's what Cellucor have done. Unfortunately.
I don't know if that's true, but anyway, we'll carry on.
Yes, we will carry on.
And lawsuit coming our way.
And we look forward to your letters. We'll follow them with the other ones.
So, yeah, took flowers.
Flowers in there as well. Just all kinds of stuff going on in Costco, man. It was awesome. And then they even had this section here, which was like a vegetable section, a fresh meat section. They had alcohol going on. What's that? There's cases of beer there as well.
I don't know.
I could live in Costco. Legitimate. I could just roll a sleeping bag or a swag in there,
well, they probably sell them, so you wouldn't need to roll it in there.
I could probably just roll in there myself, buy a swag, sleep on the floor and live there for the rest of my life.
So obviously this is the meat section. So as I've said earlier, as you'll see in the next episode, if Neve makes it to the
chickens.
If Neve makes it to the next episode, we'll see us having tea at Aaron Lublan's house. And here we are picking out the meat for it.
We were selecting some meat which we were going to put on the smoker, man. And Neve here was, because you eat a lot of red meat back home as well.
I do.
Not as much as you used to.
Oh, I used to eat every meal.
But you were checking out the prices on this meat.
I maybe eat 1 red meat meal a day.
You were checking out the prices and you were very impressed.
So look, it was like $12 and it was like over...
It was a lot of meat.
Yeah.
For not a lot of money.
And it was very lean.
It was Costco really just taking the piss out of Australian supermarkets right here.
I wish you actually zoomed in like I was trying to get you to show you the weight of it.
Yeah, well sometimes.
So here we are going for a walk. And there's me. So I'm walking next to Cami on her scooter.
Cami, who's Mark's eldest child, his daughter.
Walking on the scooter. And there's Thomas on his bike.
Who's Mark's eldest son. And then there was the newborn, Preston, aka Master P.
So he was
and then Mark's wife as well, Katie.
So
the whole family.
Oh, and Pookie the dog.
And Pookie, of course. Now this was pretty cool as well, man. Like,
actually, I just want to show my disappointment in Preston for not getting out and having a bit of a walk.
I don't think he can walk. He's like 6 months old.
Yeah, good old little Preston.
Anyway, this is kind of cool. Like, this is kind of a typical. This is for the Australian viewers at home. This is going to be cool because this is a typical kind of American neighborhood.
I just want to say
what they call the suburbs.
But this is a new. If you're wondering why there's no houses, not very many houses, there's still. It's just a new.
It's suburb. A new development, and where Mark lives, Elgin in Chicago, is about an hour's drive out of the city of Chicago, downtown Chicago. And they've got like these houses that it's a purposely built suburb, and they call it the suburbs. Yeah. All these houses that are going up, and just a perfectly planned kind of housing development, basketball courts going on. There's like a park every single block with play equipment for kids and basketball courts and tennis courts and all this stuff that the residents of these particular housing developments can go and use free of charge, obviously. It's epic, man.
So you got your basketball court with three rings on there. We were going to go steal that basketball on the ground, but we thought better of it.
And it's like, in Australia, we battle over such small pieces of land as close as we possibly can to the coast. Is that the Wakatane MassiveJoes transition again?
It's catching on.
Definitely catching on. Except Mark has no idea what the hell he's doing.
Oh, there's Neve pushing Cammy and Thomas on the donut thing.
And I was going to say, Australian government, take note of how they do it in the US with their housing developments. Instead of trying to scramble over the same pieces of land, they go out into an urban sprawl and plan this stuff, man.
I mean, I'm stuffed after that push.
That was Neve's workout right there.
I need to go have a sit down.
Where are we coming to him from? Neve?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay.